So in this video, we're going to look at question number 5. What are the possible tabular display for the relationship between two variables? And so this is what we learn in chapter 2, part B. We look at the relationships. And actually for the tabular method, we only learn one method that is called cross tabulation. So if the question is related to relationship, so we're looking for relationship, and the question is looking for the tabular display, so you only have one option. So that is called cross tabulation. So it doesn't matter one variable is categorical, another is quantitative. You are both quantitative or both are categorical. You always can use cross tabulation to show the relationship. So the key word here is relationship. Okay, so we're going to look at the same data set we worked on for question 1 through 4. Okay, now we're going to look at question number 5. So obviously we have, except the column A, like I said, it's a label for the observation. We don't use it. So the useful information is starting from column B, B, C, D, and E. So we total have 4 variables. So you can use cross tabulation to find relationship between win and the league, or win and the battle average, or win and earn and run average. You also can find relationship between league and a battle win average, or league and earning a run average, or you also can find relationship between battling average and earning run average. So any pair of the data, you can use cross tabulation to show the relationship. Okay, so in this video we only practice on method, so I will just pick 2 variables, and like I said, it doesn't matter so which one, they can be quantitative or categorical, it doesn't matter. So what I was showing you, let's look at let's find the relationship between let's see the win and the league. Okay, let's look at the relationship between win and the league. So y and x1, and so that's my practice on my case. So you definitely, when you practice by yourself, you might look at the win and battling average, depends on you. But here again, just pay attention on the method. Okay, pay attention on the method. So first we're going to choose insert. Again, we're using pivot table method and choose pivot method. And when you select the data, as I said, you can include the whole data set, but just pay attention on when you are selecting the variable, which one you are using. So now after you select the data using pivot table method, on the right corner, you will be able to see team, win, league, battle average, earn, and run average. So you have everything, right? And so when you've taken the exams, pay attention on which variable I want you to put on the row and which variable I want to put you on the columns. I have the instructions, so make sure you read the question carefully. So let's see, I want win to put on the row, and I want to put the league in the columns. So I want to use win for row labels and the league for the column labels. So let's see. Okay, so now you can see the Excel creating this giant table frame. So we need to put a value inside, and then we're going to grouping them. We're going to do one by one. Okay. So now obviously there is no frequency show up in the table. So because on the right hand side of the pivot table field, there's nothing in the value. So we just need to drag one of the value to values, either win or league. Please don't drag both of them to it. And also, please don't drag the other variable into the value because they are not relevant. You only need the one value between win and league. So let me just drag win to values. Okay, so I drag win to values. Now instantly you see the value popped up inside of my the tables. So now, again, if this is exam, I will give instruction on how to group in the values. So how to group in the value. So let's choose the minimum value, 0.3, and then the maximum value I will choose 0.6, and I'll use the class width of 0.05. Okay, so this is my class width, 0.05, and then my minimum value 0.3, and largest value is 0.6. Okay, let's group together. So choose one of value under the row labels and right click the mouse, and I'm going to choose group. So the minimum value is 0.3, and the largest value I chose is 0.6, and the class width is by 0.05, and then I click OK. So now you can see we grouped, right? And so is this right? Is this the right cross tabulation? The answer is no. Look, the grand total, the row and column grand totals intersection, you got 15.002. So in the lectures, right, in chapter 2's lecture, I mentioned this should be your sample size. We know we have 30 teams, so this is not our sample size. And again, what's happening here is inside the table, instead of counting the number, we actually summing the values. So what we're gonna do is choose one of the value inside the table, right click the mouse, and the summarize value by, change to count. So now we got it right? We have 30, and so if by chance you have empty cell, just keep in mind that means zero frequency. So this is the table for the relationship. Again, all the question related to ask you to finding the insight. So if you look at this table, and you would, what kind of insight can you get? So you will be able to notice that, again, we are trying to find a relationship. So you will notice that majority of the National League will have the winning score is between winning. So we chose this. The National League majority winning score is 0.45 to 0.5, and so we are not seeing the American League. So American League actually have the lowest frequency between 0.45 to 0.5. So those are the insight you can get from the cross tabulation, and we are emphasizing the relationship in this case between win and our end of the league. So win and the league. So winning score and the league. So this is the end of this video. So next one we're going to look at the graphical display.